and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we've got a very special video where myself and Mr. Liban, thank you for coming on, my bro.
Oh, no, I appreciate it, man. It's always
of
a pleasure.
course, we are doing the top 3 players in each position of all time. And when I say of all time, I mean the 21st century, because we're not going to talk about the 90s,
We're not doing a
80s.
We're not
doing one of those ones.
Yeah.
You're a bit older than me.
Yeah.
So I feel like no,
Okay.
not like that.
That was a crazy,
No,
that was a crazy show.
Just a little bit older,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you'll know a little bit more about the
course,
OG
yeah,
days.
yeah.
But we did a video on your channel as well.
Yes, we did.
We did the top 3 players in each position currently though. So guys, make sure you check it out. The link will be in the description for Liban's channel. Great channel, bro. I love what you're doing.
No, I appreciate it. Likewise, man. You're doing amazing things, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Your videos always come on my feed. I always watch it. I can't lie to you.
bro.
You're entertaining, bro.
Trying to be like you, bro.
Nah, let's not do that. Let's not be like you. Come on, now. No, for sure. Like, you deserve your flowers, bro.
Thank you, man. So this one is going to be tough, bro, as well. Top 3 all time. We're going to start in goal. I know who my number 1 is, bro. I'll be real. I got...
Is he Italian by any chance?
Bro, of course you don't. Bro. Come on, bro. Mr. Gianluigi Buffon as number 1 for me. I got Neuer. And then I think the third one is up for debate. It's up for grabs, but I got Casillas.
Okay. I got those exact 3. I'm a bit unsure about the order.
Okay.
I'm going to go with, and a lot of people might disagree with this one, but I'm going to go with Neuer first. I just think in terms of when you talk about goalkeeper, a complete package, shot stopping on the ball, I think he's transformed goalkeepers. I think he was the trendsetter in terms of ball playing goalkeepers.
I get
Keeper
that.
sweeper.
Yeah.
And I think he's actually birthed a whole generation of goalkeepers. I think if you talk about impact and influence, I think the way keepers play football now is because of Manuel Neuer. So
He is an OG in terms of ball playing, sweeper keeper. It's true.
It's incredible, bro. And I think even the fact that he's still playing now, still number 1 for Bayern Munich, it's crazy. I know he's fallen off. He's not on the same level, but he still puts in certain good performances here and there. So for me, I'm gonna put number 1 Neuer. Number 2 would be Buffon.
Okay.
For me, it was legendary, bro.
Legend, bro.
Like, he's just iconic. You just look at him, bro. Like, it's just
and he screams greatness, bro. Look at him. You know he's an all-time.
No, he has to, for sure. You know, you can't have a goalkeeper discussion without Buffon. Do you know what I mean?
And then you got Casillas third.
And then Casillas third, for sure.
Yeah. I'm going to break down why I think Buffon is number 1. Now, obviously, people will be like Juventus bias, Italian bias.
Yeah.
I hear that. I
do hear that. A little bit of it.
I hear that. Of course I'm going to say Buffon's number 1. But for me, bro, he did it in the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. Yeah. And he was even good in the 2020s for Juventus and Parma, bro.
Yeah.
This guy here is your favorite keeper's favorite keeper.
True.
He's their go. Like, everyone says Buffon is number 1 for the keepers. Casillas, they'll all tell you, Czech, Hart, everyone. For me, bro, the consistency is where he separates himself from a lot of players. Even Neuer is still playing today. It's not the same as he once was.
It's true.
Buffon at 39 was placing 4th in the Ballon d'Or. Was in the team of the year, bro. At 44, he dropped the man of the match performance at the San Siro for Parma, a Serie B team, against Inter, who were Champions League finalists that year.
Yeah.
He's always been good. And then when you talk about peak in 2006, winning the World Cup for Italy, was the best keeper in the world. For me, should have won the Ballon d'Or that year, I'll be real, over Cannavaro. I think Buffon is the benchmark, bro. And in terms of shot stopping, I think he's the best shot stopper ever. I hear what you're saying about the sweeper keeper, the technical thing, but what I want in my keeper is a shot stopper. And Buffon for me is number 1. So, bro, for me,
I can't lie to you, bro. You are a real proud Italian man.
I'm never backing down.
Buffon should hire you for his PR team.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, that was incredible. You know?
I'll push it everywhere,
That was incredible.
That was
I can't
good.
lie to you. You sold it. You sold it very
bro,
well.
I'll be real. I rehearsed that in the shower yesterday.
Now bro, I can't lie to you. You sold it to me. You know why?
Yeah.
Because now I'm moving Buffon to number 1.
Bro, look, see it works, man.
Bro, you sold it to me.
Bro, we'll take that.
It's hard to argue when you look at the main point you made there was look at how many decades he's appeared in.
Bro, come on,
90s,
bro.
the noughties,
to 2010,
and then the 2020s.
Bro, when Buffon was in his late 30s and Neuer was in his prime, Buffon was still
in his
going at him and winning best keeper in the world at certain years.
Yeah, you sold it to me.
So for me, bro, look, for me, respect to Neuer, but I got Buffon always number 1, bro.
I can't lie to you, bro. You put a compelling case.
Thank you, bro.
I'm not even gonna argue it. So I'm gonna change my list. I'm gonna put 1 Buffon.
Hey, we take that. Moving on to the right back, bro. Now,
go on.
There's a lot of talent here, bro.
Yes.
Let's be real. What are you thinking for your top 3?
Number 1, undisputed for me, is Dani Alves.
I agree, bro. I agree.
And it's not even about the number of trophies he won. When you look at him as a fullback, we're talking about high-flying fullbacks. I think he was one of the first ones to really take on that role of, going forward, he gave every... It was basically, you had another winger. You basically had another winger up
Offensive
there.
threat was crazy.
It was ridiculous. Crossing shots, you know, even, you know, the technical ability that he had with the pace, you know. I think he made Messi's life so much easier. He just told Messi, you do what you need to do up there, brother. I'm going to look after this whole flank by myself, on my own. You just go be Messi. And, you know, I think a lot of people don't really give him credit for that, you know, because not a lot of right backs can carry that weight, you know.
It's true, bro.
Especially when you've got someone like Messi playing in front of
him.
And you know he's not going to defend as much. So you got to carry a lot more of that weight. So, and the longevity, you know, then taking that form into PSG as well.
Even Juventus, bro. For one season, he was great for us.
It was like, bro, it's, for me, he's an all-timer.
I agree.
And it's an easy number one for me.
I agree. I got number 2, bro. Another for me, when you talk about consistency, bro.
Yeah.
Philipp Lahm.
Yeah.
This guy here.
Have to.
Captain, leader, legend for Bayern Munich. One of those guys, bro, that could play left back too, could play in the midfield. Almost like a Reece James.
Yes.
With versatility, but before Reece James.
Yeah.
Super clean defender. I don't think he ever got sent off. Wasn't rash. You could rely on him in big moments. Super consistent for the national team in Bayern Munich. I was a big fan of Philipp Lahm.
Yeah.
So I got him second, personally.
No, that's actually a good shout. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm trying to think. Right, the third person. Oh, it has to be. Cafu.
Do you have him? Bro, yeah.
Has to be Cafu.
Cafu's a good shout.
Cafu's actually. You could actually argue that he's number one.
I don't hate that.
There's actually an argument to be made that he's actually number one. Philipp Lahm, I love him. I think he's Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent.
For sure.
You know, always turns up in the big games, both for club and country. I'm actually gonna push Cafu second.
Okay, so you got Alves, Cafu.
And then I'm going to put
Lahm in third.
Yeah, I think the two Brazilians take up the first two spots.
Bro, it's hard to... The thing is with Cafu, bro, he was so good for so long as well. When you talk about one-on-one defending, bro, this guy was a problem. And he was playing in the peak years of Serie A, bro. For Roma, he was elite. For AC Milan, he was elite.
Incredible.
For the Brazilian national team,
incredible.
Elite. Won the World Cup as a captain as well.
Yes.
I would say... I agree with you. Yeah. I'm having Cafu in there. I'm probably going to have him third.
Yeah.
I'll have Lahm just above him.
Yeah.
But I will have him there. I think honourable mentions, there's obviously a lot. I think Zanetti, I'll give one. Very good fullback. Walker.
Kyle Walker. I wouldn't even say Gary Neville, but a lot of people... G-Nev gets a big... I think he's very underrated, very disrespected. I think when you talk about consistency and longevity, for Manchester United, he's
up there, bro.
He's up there, bro.
Thuram.
I was about to say, Thuram's a big shout.
Thuram could even sneak in there.
He could sneak in, bro.
Easily. He was great, bro.
Thuram is in the top 5 for sure.
Yeah,
Thuram's in the top 5 for
100%.
Sure. Yeah, that's some good shouts. But I think those three
That's a strong three. Yeah. Going over to the next flank.
Yes.
For me, bro, number 1 is clear, bro. For me, the greatest defender of all time, bro. Paolo Maldini, bro.
Paolo Maldini, yes.
And I got him as the left back because he played predominantly in his career as a left back.
That's where I was going to ask you. That's exactly what I was going to ask you.
That's one of those where it's like, if you said centre back, I don't mind it because obviously we're doing 21st century, played a lot of centre back in the 21st century, but I'm going to classify him as a left back.
No, then we'll take it. Then.
So for me,
bro.
So
that changes my list now because.
Okay, you're going to have him.
I'll have him at left back. Yeah.
For me, bro, when you talk about Maldini, that's the benchmark. Bro.
Yes.
Like Buffon, I think defenders look up to this guy. Let's say this guy here is the benchmark. Look at Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, all these guys growing up in England. I think Ledley King as well. Yeah. They were like, Serie A, we would watch that all the time, and he was the man, bro.
Yeah.
Zidane, Henry, Ronaldo, the phenomenal, bro. These guys all said we feared him.
What annoys me though is that Cannavaro won a Ballon d'Or and not Maldini.
It's true, bro.
That that jars me.
It's annoying.
It's one of those things in football that I look at and I'm like,
it's just not right, innit?
It irritates me.
Yeah, it's one of those where it should be changed.
It should be changed.
It should be changed.
You know,
bro.
what I mean? Like the fact that Maldini doesn't have a Ballon d'Or,
it's true, bro.
Cannavaro does. It's just
he's the best.
Yeah, come on, bro. By far, bro. When you talk about best defenders, but even just let's say just group all the defenders together, left back, right back, centre back. The name that comes number 1, it's always Maldini.
Bro. And Buffon played in 3 different decades.
Yeah, see you.
2 different positions predominantly, 1 club, number 1.
Come on, bro.
So for me, Maldini is number 1, bro.
Who's number 2? This is where it gets interesting.
I think we'll still have the same names. So I got Cole and Marcelo as the 2 names.
There you go.
You agree?
100%.
The ranking is tough, bro, because defensively, I think Cole is a lot better than Marcelo. Facts. Offensively, Marcelo might be the best left back we've seen.
But I think if you talk about package, I think even going forward, I think because of defensively, Ashley Cole is so solid. Going forward, Ashley Cole is still good going forward. Yes. Not to the level of Marcelo,
of course not.
I would rather take that.
Yeah.
Because that's less of a liability than Marcelo. Because I think Marcelo really thrived on that Madrid team. And
they also protected him. Casemiro doing the dirty work. Ramos. I would go Cole and then Marcelo.
Yeah, same. I'm the exact same
Spawn,
agreement with you. I think Cole, for me, I don't know why though. It just everyone always in agreement that he's, you know, either the best left back in Premier League history or one of the best left backs in world football.
Yep.
Period. But I still feel like there's a part of me that still he still doesn't get raved or, you know, get celebrated in I don't know what it is.
Yeah, a bit underrated. I think, especially abroad, bro.
Yes.
In England, Cole gets spoken about a lot, and I think rightfully so.
Yeah.
But maybe in like Italy, Spain, other cultures and other countries, I don't think he's as respected as he should be, to be honest.
I think Marcelo gets more love.
100%. I think he does.
Ashley Cole.
I think also because of the team he played in, maybe that Marcelo won a lot more.
Of course, Real Madrid, yeah.
But I think Cole, like you said, bro, as a fullback, he had everything you wanted.
Yes.
And I think defensively, that's the number one thing you want, the number one attribute you want, especially in a fullback. Obviously, now football's changed, so it's a bit different. But when Cole was playing, he was
had
the
to
best.
be able to defend first.
100%.
That's the first attribute.
So I really like Cole. Yeah. I really do. So that's our three. Maldini, Ashley Cole, Marcelo.
But that's perfect.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, that one's perfect. Roberto Carlos maybe has a shout.
Yeah, I think some people might put him in, but I think Marcelo is a bit better, to be honest.
Facts, and I do think that. I think defensively there was always question marks about Roberto Carlos, but again he's always been part of iconic teams.
Yeah, still a great player.
Yeah, 100%.
Centre backs now. Now this might be the hardest, bro.
This is the hardest, bro. I mean, you know, I'm still thinking about it.
This is so hard.
I'm still thinking about this because this is really hard, bro.
Because we have to name only three.
Yeah.
Guys, we're not doing like a partnership here. We're doing three names, the top three centre-backs from 2000 to 2025.
It's crazy.
There are so many all-timer defenders in that period that
I think there's two names that I just feel like I can't miss out regardless.
Who are those two names that you got locked in?
Those two names is Thiago Silva and Sergio Ramos.
Oh. Okay, chat to me about Thiago Silva because I don't know if I would have included him, bro.
I can't lie to you. For
Speak
me,
on him.
bro, it's the longevity, but not just necessarily longevity, the quality of the player, the consistency, the reliability in terms of even to the latter stages of his career, bro. When you talk about what you want in a centre-back, I think he had everything.
Okay.
Leadership, on the ball, defensively, aggression.
Yes.
Like, he's one of those defenders, and good on the ball. Like, he was actually a good footballer as well. I just think, if you look at how his career has played out from PSG, from AC Milan even, AC Milan, then to
won
PSG.
the league there,
And then when people thought his time was done, went to Chelsea and then became Chelsea's best defender. Like, he was a Rolls Royce, bro. Let's be honest.
It's true,
He's
bro.
somebody that just got
he
better
improved
with
of age
and age. And if you actually know his story, he actually had a life-threatening, I think it was an illness or injury. Yeah,
I didn't know
he had like a very early on in his career where they told him that he wasn't going to be able to play football ever again. And then to come back from that and then to have the career that you've gone on to do, win all the trophies that you've gone on to do. I think the only thing that holds him back is the international level.
Yes.
Because obviously playing for Brazil, the expectation is that you
lot of pressure. Yeah,
to win a World Cup, and he hasn't got that. I think he's got a Copa America, if I'm not correct.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a Copa America, which is big, but still, the World Cup has always been. That's the only thing that's missing from his resume. But as a centre back, bro, I think he's just in the 21st century. Even when you talk about 21st century, he's the first name for me that just stands out.
I don't hate that, bro, because I think I'm with you, bro. I think he improved with age.
Yes.
And when he came to the Prem, what was he, 35, 36?
Bro, I think even older than that. I might be wrong. I think he was even older than that.
Even older than that. And you could even make the case his best football was even played in England, bro. Champions League winner for Chelsea. Held them together at the back. I really rate Thiago Silva, bro.
And they still miss him till now. If you actually look at it, that Chelsea.
And he's doing his thing in Brazil, bro. Club World Cup. Yeah. He played good. He scored against Inter, bro. He's still a great defender. My number one is quite locked in, bro.
Yeah.
Mine is Alessandro Nesta, bro.
Nesta, yes. Nesta.
Because when you talk about
Nesta, that's crazy.
Nesta for me.
I completely slipped Nesta out of my head. That's actually mad.
He's a lock for me because I look at like when you talk about modern day defenders, the technical ones, Nesta was doing that before everyone, bro.
It's true.
He had everything. And actually, between him and Maldini obviously always got the plaudits and rightfully so, but Nesta was the more clean defender.
Yes.
Maldini would go to ground very often. He was very good because slide tackling is obviously a part of defending.
Of course.
But Nesta was more on his feet. Yeah. Strong in the tackle, an intelligent defender, read the game really well. There's a performance, bro. I want to say 2009, 10, 11, 12, like early 2010s when Nesta, I think it was 11, 12, went up against Messi and Barcelona at 38.
I remember that
and
one.
He dealt with
when
Messi,
you
bro.
had I think it was Prince Boateng and
Yes,
played
bro.
that same group player and that goal.
Yes.
I remember. No, I remember that. Yeah.
Nesta dealt with that version of Messi.
Yeah.
Comfortably, even, and that was a Nesta past
his
way past,
yeah.
like a good decade after. So for me, Nesta, I think he's a Rolls Royce defender, super clean, bro. Yeah. He had absolutely everything. I think he might even be the best centre half ever. He might even be number one.
No, I think
I gotta have him in there.
I completely forgot about him, so I'm gonna have him actually at number one.
So you have
Nesta has to be number
Nesta,
one.
Silva, and Ramos.
Same thing that we talked about before with Maldini. He's in that same category in terms of like, them two are the standout defenders in football history.
Easily,
especially in recent times. For those that watch Nesta, I obviously started watching Nesta and Maldini in the latter stages of their career, but even Nesta, more specifically Nesta, even in the latter stage of his career, was still putting in performances.
Easily, bro. He was good at Lazio. Yeah. He was sick at AC Milan. And he was good for the national team. Of course, he won the World Cup in 06, had some injuries in that campaign, but still, he was great, bro.
Yeah, no,
so I think Nesta, for me, is my number one.
Yeah. I'm going to put Thiago Silva 2.
Okay, you have Thiago Silva 2, Ramos 3.
Ramos 3.
Ramos,
that's
bro.
Ramos, I know where the argument is gone. I know exactly where I know what you're going to say.
You know what I feel about I think Ramos is slightly overrated.
Yeah.
In the sense that I don't think he is as good as people make him out to be. Because I feel like a lot of people, especially when they talk about Ramos, they have him as like sometimes even the greatest defender of all time, which I don't think he's close to. Because for me, Ramos' best attributes don't actually come in the defensive side of the game, bro.
Yeah.
He's very clutch. In terms of goals, bro, 92-48, scored in the 2016 Champions League final. It was offside, but he still scored. Actually, it was given, but there was no VAR in it. So 2 big Champions League finals he scored in. Obviously, took penalties, so he has a big goal tally. He was a great captain and a leader.
Yeah.
In terms of like, he's exactly what you want in a captain. He'll back you, he'll defend you. He's rugged. But he got sent off so many times and in so many big games.
So many times as well.
So many, bro. He's got the most red cards in the 21st century. Most yellows as well. In big games, he lost his head a lot. He lost his head a lot. Like, he has great attributes, very rash, not an intelligent defender, not a clean defender. So he's not like a Nesta. He's like the opposite of Nesta. But he's still a defender who, for me, played in the wrong generation. I think like the 80s would have suited Ramos perfectly when defenders are more aggressive and ragged. But for the longevity in the 21st century, it would be silly for me to not say Ramos isn't up there.
Yeah.
Because he is, bro.
100%. Do you have him in your top 3, by the way?
The thing is with me, bro, there are 3 here that I have for the last 3. I like your Thiago Silva shout. So in reality, there's 4. There's Silva, Ramos, Chiellini, and Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, yeah.
Because Van Dijk, for me, was like, he had everything, bro. He was technical, he was strong, he could mark zonally and man-to-man equally well, good passing range, just an all-round super complete defender, right? So Van Dijk is like, if you're talking about peak, I'd have Van Dijk top 3. The longevity is where Van Dijk lacks a little bit compared to like Ramos, for example, or Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
So here I'm really the thing undecided.
Van Dijk for me, I didn't even consider him because for me, after Ramos, the people that I had in consideration was John Terry.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying to you.
JT as well,
JT.
bro.
Like JT for me,
You're
I
right,
feel bad.
bro.
I feel bad.
It's hard to leave JT
out. I
out.
feel so bad not having JT in this top 3. The reason why I put Ramos though is for everything that we said about him in terms of the rashness, the fact that he's ill-disciplined and he gets red cards and he's cost his team multiple times and he's a bit rash with in terms of decision making at times. But I think that's exactly why that he's also been successful though.
It's true.
Because I think when you look at the Spain team, when you look at Real Madrid, for me, Real Madrid, when I think about Real Madrid, he epitomizes what Real Madrid, proud. They're just loud,
where's his heart, isn't it?
Proud,
on his sleeve,
heart on their sleeve, and they have this never die attitude. And no matter the circumstances, we are Real Madrid.
And we're gonna win.
We're gonna win. We're gonna get through at whatever cost.
That's a good point.
And if Real being the captain for Real Madrid during that period, I think was a big factor as to why they were successful. I know, of course, we had Cristiano and everyone putting the numbers, but he was just as important on the other end to keep that leadership, to keep that back line. Like, I know he's maybe not the best of defenders when you look at all the names we mentioned, but be coming up with the big moments, even for the national team. Forget Spain, bro. Like, Spain with this elegant, classy team that were so good on the ball, this possession-based team, dominating teams. But then you still need a Ramos.
Yeah, it's true, bro.
You still need a Ramos. When things get nitty and gritty, Ramos is the one that's going to lead the pack. Do you know what I mean? With Puyol, obviously, at times as well.
PK, bro. PK was great.
Ramos carried that generation. I just feel like so that's why for me Ramos
edges it for JT.
Edges it for JT. But if it's not Ramos, it's JT.
Bro,
for
JT
sure.
JT gets so slept on now by the younger generation, man. That guy, again, very good ball playing centre back.
Yeah.
Super intelligent. Read the game really, really well, bro. Really strong in the tackle.
Passing range, by the way,
bro.
So
Ridiculous, bro.
Underrated, bro.
Ridiculous, bro. Like, I think even like we said, Cannavaro won the Ballon d'Or. I rate Cannavaro. I think he is a great centre half, one of the best. But bro, I'll be real. This might annoy my fellow Italians, but I'll take JT over Cannavaro.
Bro, I take him over Cannavaro. I take him over Bonucci. I take him over Chiellini. I take him over a lot of the names that a lot of people rave about. I'd still take JT over.
It's not ridiculous, bro.
I'm a Man United fan, and there's always been this debate as well. Even during that time, during their prime years, Rio or Terry. And I'm a Man United fan, and I'm still saying Terry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I still say Terry's the greatest centre back in Premier League history.
I think he is the best.
You know what I mean? It's the best by far, bro.
Overall, if you're encompassing everything,
and it's the highest scoring defender.
He is.
In Premier League history as well.
He is.
You know,
he's won so much as
something
well.
Goals. It's ridiculous, bro. So
all
from like corners and headers, and you know what I mean. It's just like. Ridiculous, bro.
Bro, this position is the hardest.
It is the hardest.
We've been talking about all these guys for so long.
It's the hardest for sure, and but I think I'm happy with my three.
Yeah, I like your three. You said so. Yours was Nesta, Silva,
and Ramos.
I got Nesta. Yeah. I'm locking in Nesta. I'm gonna have Van Dijk in there. I will.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have. Oh, this is tough, bro.
It's tough, bro. It's not easy. It's not easy, bro.
Bro, the thing is, I love Chiellini.
Bro. Yeah, I can tell.
That's my bias.
The fact that you mentioned it, I'm like, I don't even think he's better than Bonucci though.
Do you not?
No,
I disagree with that, bro.
Is it?
I think because for me, Chiellini, bro, in terms of art of defending, bro, this guy here would put his body.
I think he was amazing at dark arts.
Bro, so intelligent,
I think he was,
bro. Sneaky defender.
Very sneaky.
And even when we talk about Thiago Silva improving with age, bro, Chiellini in the Euros of 2021, bro. At 36, bro, yeah. He tore his ACL twice before that, bro, and he just dropped even Bonucci that campaign, of course.
Ridiculous, bro.
But Chiellini, I'm going to put Chiellini in there, but I'll be real. Yeah. I'm biased.
I admit that one. That's a personal choice.
I admit that's a bit biased, but for me,
that's
I love the guy.
Choice. Yeah.
Into the sixes now. Yes, the CDMs, the registers. Now here is where it gets a bit techy. I think there are two locked.
Yes.
I got Pirlo 1 and Busquets 2.
Yes, for sure.
Whichever order you want to put them. I don't hate it if people say Busquets over Pirlo. I think Pirlo's better.
Also depends on how you're classifying certain midfielders. There's some midfielders that you could put in the 6 and some in the 8.
Yes.
So for me anyway, the two that definitely secure in that
in the 6th row, yeah.
That's what you said, Busquets and Pirlo.
Which order do you have them?
I have Busquets 1.
You have Busquets 1, okay.
Pirlo 2.
Okay.
And then people might kill me for saying this one, yeah. But 3, I got Kante.
You'll have him in the okay.
I got Kante.
You got him in the 6. You're playing him as a CDM.
I play him in the CDM.
He's like, bro, he can play anywhere.
He can play
6,
anywhere,
8.
And I just feel like I have to put him in.
The thing is, bro, because I don't think he'll get in the 8s. Yeah, that's why I get what you're saying. I get it.
But I feel like I had to put him in. If I wanted to be technical, I could sneak maybe Cruz in there.
Yeah, he played as a 6. But Cruz played everywhere.
This is where it gets tricky. But I'm gonna put Kante for now. I might change it, guys. So just don't kill me yet. But I'm gonna put Kante for now because Kante, I think that run from Leicester up to the World Cup, I've never seen anything like that.
You're right, bro.
Like generally, bro, I've been watching football since 2002, and I've never seen a midfielder do the damage that he done in that 3 years.
It's true, bro.
Like,
it's true.
And I'm talking. I've seen Patrick Vieira. I've seen Roy Keane. I've seen Busquets. I've seen Makalele. I've seen the lot. I've never seen someone be on crack as much as him in that.
He has so much energy, bro.
Too much.
He was everywhere.
He was almost like a cheat code. Like you go into games with Kante, you're gonna win. You're gonna win trophies.
Yeah,
You're gonna win
he
games.
runs the midfield.
Like, and then in that World Cup, he just even epitomized it even more. He said to Pogba, Griezmann, everyone. He said,
Matuidi.
"You lot do what you need to do. I'm gonna clean up this midfield."
Yeah, bro. I hear
it. It was like unreal, and I just thought, you know what? Because Sir Alex were pushing Man United to sign Kante, and at that time I was thinking, why is he pushing so hard for us to sign this guy? I never saw the vision.
Yeah. Sir Alex knew.
He knew,
bro.
He knew,
bro. I like the Kante shout because for me, I think if you had to classify him, I'd have him more as like a box-to-box guy.
Yeah.
But he's not going to get in the 8.
He's not going to get in the 8.
He's not getting in the 8.
That's why I have to kind of force it in there.
I get what you're saying because he could play in the 6, clean up.
Easy.
Could do that. But he could, for me, best is box-to-box, cover everywhere.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And
but he could do everything.
And he's technical tactical ability is underrated, bro. People think he's just a workhorse. He's not.
Yeah, longevity he had, bro. Even Champions League when Chelsea won it.
Yes,
But come on, man.
Come on, bro. It's ridiculous, bro.
The best player in that Champions League campaign.
Yeah.
I would also throw in there Rodri, bro. As a shout, of course. Ballon d'Or winner as a 6.
Definitely a mention for sure.
I like your Kanté shout. But I'm going to do Pirlo, Busquets, Rodri.
Pirlo, Busquets. Oh, so you think Pirlo above? I get it. It's personal preference. No, I get it. It is. But there is an argument. Definitely
I don't hate it.
But I just think for me, Busquets is the greatest DM ever to grace this.
Bro,
greatest football.
I don't mind if people say Busquets. I just think Pirlo maybe had a little bit more to his game because he started off as a 10, then transitioned to a 6. And I think his 2006 World Cup campaign, I think his peak was better than Busquets' peak.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it because Busquets is an all-timer.
No, of course.
So that's my 3. You locked in yours.
Yeah, that's my 3 for sure. I think this is where it gets really tough as well. 8 gets tough, bro. 8 gets absolutely tough. But I think there's 2 standouts that I have to put in. Actually, no, you know what? This is easy, actually.
I can't lie, bro. I got my 3.
This is easy.
The order's hard, though.
The order's hard, but I think I've got mine. Iniesta, Xavi, Modric.
Yeah, bro, come on.
Yeah,
100%. Those are the 3. Those are the 3. There's so many great 8s, but those are the 3.
100%, bro.
Order. What was yours? Iniesta?
Is
that your order as well,
That's
bro?
my order, yeah. Iniesta, Xavi, Modric.
I'm just switching 2, bro.
Huh?
I'm switching 2 of yours.
I know you got to put Modric second?
No.
Oh, you put in...
I'm putting Xavi first, bro.
Xavi first, okay.
I'm putting Xavi first, and I'll explain why.
Yeah.
I think Xavi, in terms of like all-round midfield, I think he's the most consistent in all 3 parts of the football pitch.
For sure.
Like the 10, the 8, the 6. He could do everything. He was like dictating the tempo at which Barca were playing in Spain. And I think Piqué said this in an interview as well when he was asked, I think by Ferdinand, who's better out of the 2? And he said, look, it's pointless saying they're both 2 of the best ever.
Yeah.
But I think he said Xavi was more the heartbeat. Iniesta was more the skills, the aesthetic.
Oh, incredible, bro.
And it depends what you prefer.
Yeah.
For me, Xavi ran the game a little bit better, so I'm going to pick Xavi.
Yeah.
But if you said Iniesta, bro, it's like, it doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah.
It's like they're both so good.
Yeah. I think that comes down to preference as well. But I think an aspect of Iniesta's game that I feel like people ignore, not ignore, but don't really talk about much is, bro, you know his dribbling ability.
Very good feet, bro.
You know, of course, you got Messi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Outrageous in terms of dribbling ability, of course. The greatest dribbler of all time. You know, he would look almost just as good as Messi at times with his dribbling ability. Like, he would get the ball, bro, pick it up near the left-hand side and just wiggle through 3-4 man in the same way that Messi does it on the opposite side. Like, and he would do it with such ease and elegance. And then to kill it even more, like to kill you off, he'll find that pass. Yeah, like, it was so dangerous, bro. Like, and he'll do this thing, that Iniesta used to always do. Like, he will pick the ball up so deep, the ball will come to him and he would make it seem like he's opening up his body for a pass. And he would just shift the ball back this way and then just drive with the ball through like 3-4 players into
you couldn't press him, bro.
Bro, it's just like...
Couldn't.
It was absolutely fake. And I just feel like, obviously, the World Cup goal in itself, iconic moment. But then just... I think those are the type of players where I pay money to watch. Yeah. Like, I pay good money to watch those type of footballers. And
on Iniesta, there's some clip. You must have seen it, that one against Celtic in the corner. When he's like 4 man around him, gets her out.
Remember the goal he scored against AC Milan where he's dribbled from his own half?
He was so good.
Come on, bro.
He was a joy to watch.
Ridiculous, bro. Like, and there is I would be mad if someone said Xavi over I never get mad about it because I understand.
Of course.
But for me, my personal preference, it's always going to be Iniesta.
I like it. And then obviously we both agreed Modric, still all-timer footballer, right? Bro. But that is the 3. Moving on to the number 10. For me, probably my favourite position, bro. I think it's died out a little bit.
Yes.
I can't lie, bro. This is tough.
I think number 1 is undisputed, though.
Come on, bro. Zizou.
Come on, that has to be. That has to be. I don't think there's even a question mark on that 100%.
100%. Zidane, bro. Arguably the best midfielder of all time.
Bro, you know how you were saying Buffon is everyone's every goalkeeper's favourite goalkeeper? Yeah. I think Zidane is every footballer's favourite footballer.
It's true, bro. You know everyone says this guy is number 1.
Come on, bro.
For midfielders. I think Xabi Alonso did like a winner stays on.
Yeah.
I saw a video. The first one was Zidane. He was like, bro, let's end the video.
There's no point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Chat to me a bit about Zidane, bro.
Incredible. When you talk about elegance, class, the touch, the technique, big games as well. I think he's a type of player where, when we talk about earlier on about players that deliver in big moments and you can rely on them to get you over that line. Zidane's got that in catalogs, bro. And not even
time and time
and if it's
again,
not
bro.
goals, It's performance.
Bro, that's the
performances.
thing. Kids don't realize, bro. Goals and assists.
Yeah.
When in the 90s or 2000s, they're not as looked upon as they are now.
Yeah.
It was like you said, bro, and stress it. It was the performances that Zidane was dropping that was changing games.
Bro, he will play on a pitch with, it could be 11 all-timers on the pitch. Or like, let's say that there's 2 teams and both teams are full of all-timers.
Yeah.
He'll be the stand-up player.
It's true, bro.
He'll be the stand-up player.
Bro, like 2006 game against Brazil.
Exactly. Like in Brazil, bro. Look at the star quality on the pitch, and that was his retirement campaign. In his retirement campaign,
and he retired at a high level, bro.
Bro, it's ridiculous, bro. He's kicking the ball over Ronaldinho's head and
Everyone,
Ronaldo
bro.
and all these Kaká in his young prime years,
bro.
And he's outshining everyone. Like some people now say, that the quality of the game was poor, but bro, it doesn't matter. You're looking at the pitch. Look at the star power on that pitch.
It's true,
look
bro.
at the star names. You're talking about Ronaldinho, R9, Kaká. You know, you got Thierry Henry, Trezeguet.
Everyone, bro.
You know, you got
legends everywhere.
Everyone. Patrick Vieira. Look, bro, and he's like
Ribery, young one.
Bro, he's head and shoulders above everyone.
It's true, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
And that wasn't even his peak.
That wasn't his peak. So imagine now, take it back to when we weren't even watching him. What he was doing. And I always hear stories about when he was at Juve and how unplayable he was at Juve.
My dad tells me all the time.
Bro,
untouchable, bro. Him and like Del Piero as well. Their link up was ridiculous. Zidane was just, bro. And you know what's mad about it, right? When Zidane came to Juventus, I don't know if you know this, bro. He struggled to adapt massively for the first like 6 months. Bro, if a player did that now, they would be getting killed.
They'll get shipped in the January market.
This guy was struggling to adapt to Italian football because obviously at the time it was still the best league in the world, very physical. Yeah. And then out of nowhere, it all switched, bro. Yeah. And he became the best player in the world. And like you said, bro, big games. What, scored a brace in the World Cup final, bro? 98? Euros final 2000.
Come on, Champions League final.
Champions League final, Leverkusen. Come on, 2006 World Cup campaign.
Come on, bro. Like,
too many, bro.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's number one, bro.
It's by far. Like, that one's not even disputed.
He's the best player we've named up until now as well.
All the other players right now are lucky. We're not even discussing like, you know,
exactly,
who the best is.
Because otherwise, we don't need to talk about no one else.
Like, it's ridiculous, you know. So
the other two is tough, though.
The other two is tough. And
I'll be real, it's a big gap, but obviously between Zizou and the rest.
Yeah.
I think I got De Bruyne and Kaká, bro.
De Bruyne is actually a good shot. I never thought about him.
Right, because the consistency, the numbers. I think KDB has to be. He's there for me personally.
Yeah, KDB. I'm trying to think now because you're right. The discrepancy between 1, 2, and 3 is high now.
It's high, bro. Were you thinking Kaká as well?
Kaká for sure. I would have had Kaká in there. Yeah. Maybe at 3 though.
Ozil
was
a good 10.
Sneijder as well.
Pogba played there as well.
But Pogba is a small stretch though.
But he wasn't an out 10.
Yeah. When we talk about 10s, I can only think of Sneijder, Ozil,
I think
Kaká, De Bruyne. I think De Bruyne in second.
And then Kaká third.
I'm not gonna say Kaká third now.
You're gonna remove Kaká from the equation.
I'm gonna take Kaká out. I'm gonna put Ozil.
The Milan fans watching won't like this one, right?
No, I'm sorry, Milan fans, but I'm gonna put
Ozil
great, because.
What do you think was the difference? What would you say like Ozil has over Kaká?
Just the ridiculous. He sees things that no one else sees.
The IQ, yeah.
Like, no, genuinely, like, he sees football in a completely different lens, bro. I've never seen a footballer that has that level. Like, you know, there's vision, and then there's 4D. I don't know what equipment he has in his eyes, but, bro, it was ridiculous. I don't know if you were old enough. Well, I'm assuming
Madrid?
The Madrid side. But, you know, there was a time, bro, where I genuinely thought this guy's the best midfielder in the world. Like that, you know, Mourinho, Madrid team, like the level of creativity, like when we talk about the number of assists, I think he still holds the record for the number of chances created in La Liga in terms of assists and chances created in the season. Bro, it was just ridiculous output to the point where, bro, I started saying this guy might be better than Iniesta and Xavi.
At that time as well. And these guys, this was like Iniesta and Xavi top level as well. Top level, bro. 2011, 2012, that period. And
I feel like there was a report that came out that the Barcelona team, they used to say, well, they asked like a couple of things. I think it was Xavi. They asked him like, or Iniesta, I can't remember who. They asked him, who do you think is the danger man in that team? They all said Ozil. Yeah. They all said Ozil. It's like, yes, Ronaldo scores goals and that, and he's always a problem. But if you can, nullify Ozil, then you beat that team.
It's true, bro.
Do you know what I mean? And I just think, and I think Ronaldo,
that connection, bro.
And I think he really appreciated it. I think when he left, he felt it.
I think he was upset.
He was upset.
He was very upset.
He knew this guy will get me 30, 40 goals easily. easily, you know.
I think it's such a shame with Ozil, bro, because of course he went to Arsenal. I think he still was performing very well in the Premier League. But he was in a weak Arsenal team.
He was.
I feel like if he didn't go to Arsenal, maybe went to another team at Bayern Munich, even at Juventus at the time, bro, we would have been talking about a different career.
100%.
We would be putting him in different conversations. And in terms of pure talent, I think Ozil was actually better than Kaka.
Yes.
But I think Kaka's effectiveness as a 10, when we talk about output, right, in that era, like we just mentioned with Zidane, it wasn't really looked upon, but Kaka was super effective for a 10. Facts. I think even Ancelotti said, like, in terms of elegance, Zidane, but effectiveness in a game, goals, assists, bro, Kaka. I think Ancelotti said this one. And that 2006-07 campaign, when he won the Ballon d'Or, bro, it's obviously an all-time season. 100%. One in the history books.
I think Kaka is iconic, bro. Like when you think about football, he's like one of those names that just, like Ronaldinho, just stands out. Everyone loves him. He's loved by everyone. It's just, I think when I really look, like if I take that bias out of it and I actually compare player for player, I just think for me, I edge towards Ozil. And then give the Germany as well, the World Cup run.
World Cup 2020, 2010, 2014. Both,
bro. So that run, I think, I can't lie to you, that little 5-year, 6-year run for Ozil.
It was ridiculous.
Incredible, bro. So yeah, I have to put Ozil.
Moving on to left wing now. Let's not beat around the bush, bro. Number one is Cristiano, of course.
Yes. The thing is, this one was tough because I could put Ronaldo in any position.
You can. But I think left wing
I think left wing is probably the fairest. I got Cristiano Ronaldo.
I got him
number
as well.
One. What's
we don't need to describe.
We don't need to
describe,
guys.
We don't even need to.
Come on. And then Ronaldinho in number 2.
This is where we disagree, my bro.
And then Neymar, number 3.
This is where me and you disagree, my boy.
But you know what is? You see how there were certain picks that you picked, like Chiellini, because of for a personal preference. For me, Ronaldinho was my introduction to football. So literally, bro, like my first memory of football was me walking into school at the age of 7 in year 2, and we had something called a feuillage. Basically, it was like it's like a space between all the 3 classes in our year group.
Okay.
And I had never watched a single game of football in my life. I walked into it. They made us sit down, 8 a.m., bro. They turned on the TV. Brazil were playing against England.
2002 World Cup.
And that was my introduction to football, bro.
Free kick.
And I couldn't understand what was going on at the time. I just didn't understand what the spectacle was. I'm just seeing football. I'm seeing people screaming, teachers screaming and getting excited. And the atmosphere was just incredible, bro. And then Ronaldinho scoring that free kick. That was literally my introduction to football. Bro. So for me, it's more of a personal touch. I think Ronaldinho is the reason why I love football to this day.
It's the reason why a lot of people around your age as well love football.
So I just I can't do this without putting Ronaldinho there. And of course, for me, Ronaldo is my undisputed goal. So I have to put him as number 1. But number 2, for me, it has to be Ronaldinho. And then obviously my boy, Neymar. In number 3.
I agree. I just have Neymar second, Ronaldinho first.
No, that's fine, man. I don't knock it at all.
Like you, though, Neymar for me is my favourite player ever.
Yeah.
So in the 2010s, I remember, it's a similar story.
Yeah.
I'm a Juventus fan because of my dad. So watching the Serie A, watching the Premier League, I remember I was on YouTube.
Yeah.
I see you, Neymar Jr. skills and highlights, 2011-12, that I Said You Pego. You know that song?
Yeah, I Said You Pego. Yeah,
it's like an edit.
You are like a whole memory.
Bro, I remember watching this, and I look at this white team. Yeah. Like, what team is it? Are they? What team is this in the Premier League or the Serie A? I've never seen this team. My dad's like, no, this is Santos. They're a Brazilian team. I'm like, who is this guy? It was Neymar, bro. And I remember watching this guy, the skills he was doing, like Ronaldinho, was like, on the young generation, that's what... I don't know what kids nowadays, who they're idolizing growing up. I'm guessing like Lamine Yamal's and whatnot.
Yes.
But even with Yamal, it's because of that flair.
100%.
Neymar was just... He epitomized flair, bro. You wanted to just... When you watch Neymar, you wanted to go out and play football. You wanted his haircut. You wanted his boots. You wanted his kit. You just wanted to be like these players, like Ronaldinho, like Neymar. And Neymar is just Ronaldinho... carbon copy in a different era for me, just with better output and more consistency.
No, facts.
That's why I have Neymar over him, because his numbers are more impressive. He was at the top of football for a good decade. Ronaldinho's peak was ridiculous, but it was short, of course. Yeah. But he's still all-timer, Brazil's all-time top scorer, Neymar, all-time assister. So that's why I go Neymar. Yeah. But bro, when I speak to people that are older than me, and they say Ronaldinho, I completely get why. Yeah. It's like 10 years down the line, someone's going to tell me Yamal's better than Neymar, and I'm not going to accept it.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just a cycle.
No, I don't knock it because I had the privilege of watching both of them.
Yeah.
You know, both in their prime years. You know, I
you remember both.
I remember Ronaldinho in his prime years, and I remember Neymar. So I have that privilege of seeing both of them. Do you know what I mean? But for me, it's just the nostalgia of what Ronaldinho, like the personal touch of him being my introduction to football. It's why I'm always going to have him over.
That's
there was a
completely
time
fair.
where I did consider Neymar above Ronaldinho, especially to the latter stage of his Barca career. But then I think his PSG time kind of diminished that a little bit for me. But he was a household name. Like you said, before he even arrived in Europe, he was a household name.
There was never that much noise,
That
bro.
Confederations Cup where he made the move to Barca, but hadn't played in Europe yet, and then played against his future teammates in the final and absolutely destroyed them. I think that set the tone.
It did, bro. And he was top 10 Ballon d'Or playing in Brazil.
Come on, bro.
Guys, you don't understand how hard that is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we'll see that again, bro.
No. Won obviously the Puskas as well.
He did, that goal.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So, but, bro, understandable though. Yeah.
Moving over to right wing now again, number 1.
Again, what's more
to say,
we
bro?
call him Lionel Messi.
Of
That's
course,
it. Just
bro.
say the name.
Messi.
Just
We're not
Messi.
even going to touch upon him. We all know how good he is.
Nah,
He's
Messi for sure.
ridiculous,
But
bro.
I can't lie, this position I'm a bit...
I don't think it's as strong as left wingers.
No, it's not, bro.
I got, bro, Bale second.
Ooh.
I got Gareth Bale second because I think his peak at Tottenham stretching into Madrid.
Yes.
In terms of athleticism, bro, this guy was scary, bro.
No, 100%.
He was strong. He was fast. He was a great dead ball specialist. He had a wicked shot. He had everything, bro. And he was insane. I just wish his peak lasted a bit longer.
Yeah.
But I got Bale second. Then my third one, I got a few names.
Okay.
I don't know where you stand on it. I rate Salah. So Salah's already a name that I'm considering. Robin is a name I'm considering.
That's a name I'm definitely
And a
considering.
strong name I'm considering.
Yeah.
Mahrez even.
Yeah.
Big fan of Mahrez.
Yeah.
Those are have I missed anyone?
I don't think you have, bro. To be
Right
honest with
wing,
you.
I
I think
haven't.
right wing is a position because you know what it is. When I think of right wing, like Cristiano Ronaldo for me, in Man United he played right wing, so I wouldn't even had him in the right wing position.
Oh yeah,
at
but
times.
obviously,
But we put him in left wing. See what I mean? So I'm gonna go with you. I think Bale's a good shot because of the career that Bale's had. And bro, you talk about catalogue. You know we always talk about Zidane having those big moments. You know,
You're right,
there's
bro.
only one other player that might outdo him.
For
in terms
big-
of, if we talk about moments,
Apart from like Messi and Ronaldo as well.
it's Gareth Bale. You're
True,
talking
bro.
about Champions League finals. You're talking
Copa del Rey finals.
Copa del Rey final. You talk about
Wales.
even if I want to just be cheeky with it, LAFC. He's called in the MLS Cup final.
17-18
Wales
against Liverpool.
17-18 final. The bicycle kick.
Yep.
For Wales.
Yeah,
how
you're
many
right.
times did he drag them in crucial moments? Got them into World Cups. Got them into
Euros,
and then in the Euro 2016, carried them to a semi-final. A small nation like that. His catalogue in terms of when it comes to delivering the big moments is just ridiculous. He's almost Mr. Inevitable when it comes to those moments. I think he deserves definitely to be into that top 3.
Who's your third, bro? That's the thing, because for me, it's between Robin and Salah.
Yes.
It is between Robin and Salah.
I think Salah...
I hate this, bro.
The thing is, I love Salah. Even as a Man United fan, I love Salah. I think what he's done in the Premier League is ridiculous. I think he's one of the all-time greats. I think he's already cemented his legacy, regardless of whatever happens at this Liverpool situation right now. Nostalgia is gearing me towards Robin, but I'm gonna go with my guns and I'm stick with Mo Salah.
I'm going Salah as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Salah third. Yeah.
For me, bro, if I could only have one in my team for a season, I know Salah is guaranteeing me like
100%.
20 plus goals, 10, 15 plus assists.
Yeah.
Robin's numbers were great. Was good in the Premier League. Was good in Germany. Really good for Bayern, of course, peaked there. But I don't think he was ever operating at the same wavelength as Salah in his prime.
No.
Even Salah last season, whether you want to call that his prime or not, that was a better individual season than Robin ever had.
Facts, 100%.
And Salah was doing what? He's been doing this, bro, for like 7-8 seasons straight in the Premier League, bro.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm taking Salah.
Yeah, no, bro, I'm with you in complete agreement. Even as a Man United fan, by the way. And I'm telling you that for me, he's one of the greats.
Moving on to the last position now.
Yes, this is where it gets
The
interesting.
striker position. Again, like centre-back, bro, this could be the trickiest.
I think we're going to be completely different.
So, R9.
No.
You don't have him one?
I don't have him number 1. Just, you know, the only reason why, because we're doing 21st century.
His peak was in the 90s.
His peak was in the 90s. Had this been from all time, I would have put him number 1 for sure.
But do you have him top 3?
I don't even have him top 3.
You know what? I get why you're saying that, though. You're right, because it's the 90s.
Because remember, if I'm only counting that 2002 World Cup, then fair enough.
Yeah, bro, you're right.
But
that was it, though.
That was it for me, because my introduction was his decline.
Yeah, you're right. I think I got 2 locked in. Suarez and Lewandowski, I think.
Oh, see, mine's still different.
You don't have either?
I have Luis Suarez, for sure.
You have Suarez.
I'll tell you one thing. Luis Suarez number 1.
Because I got Suarez 1.
Yeah.
I got Lewandowski 2.
Yeah. I have Luis Suarez number 1.
Okay.
I have Thierry Henry number 2.
Oh, you know what, bro? Yeah.
And then I have number 3 Samuel Eto'o.
No.
That's my 3.
Okay, you're right. Henry. I lost my mind for a second. Henry is top 3. Henry's definitely. Nah, he's top 3. He's top 3. He could even be first.
Yeah.
I completely forgot. That is my bad. Chat to me about Eto'o though. What do you think?
Eto'o.
What's the difference between him and like a Lewandowski then?
I think Eto'o is just. I think the consistency in terms of how any club he went to, you know, it doesn't matter. It could be Mallorca, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan. He's always delivered. You know, consistent goals after goals for his country. You know, for club, part of the team, the 2 treble winning teams back to back, Barcelona and Inter Milan. And to this day, still nobody's ever replicated that.
That's true.
You know,
maybe no one ever will.
And nobody would. And not just. It's one thing just being a part of the team, because anyone can just claim, I wasn't part of 2 treble winning teams, but to be, you know, one of the main contributors to both those trebles.
It's true, bro.
It's incredible, you know. And I just think as a player, he was great. He had speed. You know, he could score any type of goal. He could score header, left foot, right foot. You know, a screamer in the box. If he could be a fox in the box.
Yeah.
Any type of goal he could score, bro.
It's true.
And I think I don't know why he doesn't get raved about as much more than people do, or people tend to forget. Maybe again, it might be an aesthetics thing. I don't know, but I think for me, I think when we talk about 21st century, he's one of the first name when it comes to strikers.
I really like that shot.
Yeah, so I put him. He's third anyway in my list, but he has to be in that top 3.
Fair enough, bro.
And then obviously Thierry.
Yeah, come on. He's one of the greatest.
The greatest player in Premier League history.
But I think that's where my age was playing in. I completely forgot about
it's
Thierry.
minor, bro. It's understandable, bro. It's understandable. But for me, Thierry Henry, again, just like what I said with Eto'o, could score every type of goal. He put the Premier League on the map.
Yeah, he did.
He genuinely put the Premier League. Like, you know how in the 90s it was the Serie A was the biggest league. I think Premier League being what it is today, being the global league that it is and being the most watched league, is because of Thierry. Bro.
It's true, bro.
It's literally Thierry. Thierry was the face of that league, you know, and he was the draw. He was the main attraction. I call him. He was like the Rock for WWE. You know, like you have the Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, like
big
guys
faces,
that are like
big
pop
names.
they're like pop culture that. Even if you don't watch it, you know them.
Yeah.
Henry was like that for the Premier League.
Nah, it's a good point.
Do you know what I mean?
So it's a good point.
Me, and then you add the ability, you add the player that he was. You've got like this. It's raps after that. Do you know what I mean? So for me,
bro,
Jerry was second, and then Luis Suarez. It's just
Suarez is incredible, man. Suarez is incredible.
Luis Suarez, like, you know, like he had the perfect blend of entertainment, you know,
goal scoring,
playmaking. You know, he could do absolutely everything and in abundance as well. You know,
but I was looking at Suarez's stats like yesterday, I think, bro. He's got like 500 goals, 250 assists, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
And like, bro, he's played like 850 games, which is a nuts amount.
So basically, it's like 700 goal contributions, about 800 games.
That's nuts,
it's
bro.
Ridiculous,
800 games is ridiculous consistency, and the output is fake, bro.
And the catalogue of goals.
Oh, gosh.
Bro, you're talking about bicycle kicks, headers
he's
from
up
outside
there.
the box.
I think maybe only Ibra has better catalogue for a striker. Ibrahimovic is the only one.
It's ridiculous, bro. And I just look at him, and throughout his career, he's just, you know, kept the numbers high. Even when he went to Atletico Madrid, even when he started declining,
you're right, bro, yeah.
Went to Atletico, won a league title with them, being, you know, scoring goals for them. It's just, like,
for me, it's just the Champions League where his resume isn't great.
It isn't. That's it. It isn't, and it does knock him a little bit. But I think when you have put in the work that he's put in, I think you're allowed that leeway.
It's true, bro.
And I think if anyone's deserved it, it's definitely Luis Suarez for me, man. But yeah, I had to put him in, bro.
Bro, great list. Yeah. I appreciate you coming on the channel, bro.
I genuinely enjoyed it, bro. You know, I got some memories. It's almost like we went down memory lane.
Yeah, bro, a lot of players we spoke about.
A lot of players we spoke about, bro.
Guys, make sure you check out Liban's channel. The link will be in the description. Also, let us know in the comment section your top threes. What would you have changed? Because I'm sure we missed out a lot of players. A lot of honourable mentions as well to be made. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.